Malchut of Yahweh, neither does human flesh, which is corruption, inherit incorruption. Yeshua is unleavened because his flesh was not common. It had no sinful nature, nor does it have dust human nature. He was the Word or the Torah in a body, not a human being. He cried. He slept. He was hot. He was cold. He had all the feelings and the outside climate of the sons of Adam, but his body was prepared by the Father. Does it make any sense? And so his body did not come from the ground like the first Adam, but his body came from the Shamayim. And do you know where our new body is going to come from? We are going to be clothed. This corruption will put on incorruption. This Adamic body will receive the heavenly body. The same way he put on the heavenly body to come to earth. When our change comes, not rapture, change. I'm not looking for the rapture. You can, if you like, get a balcony position and call me when you're there. We are not looking for the rapture. We are looking for the change. Our change is coming because Eob said, all the days of my appointed time will I wait until my change comes. Yeshua said, I am the rapture and the life. No, he didn't. He that believes in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. He that lives and believes in me shall never die. No, he said, I am the resurrection and the life, not the rapture. That is another teaching of men. Let me let you in. Get angry at me? I don't care. I'd rather you get angry at me than expect something that's a falsehood. There is no rapture. There can be no rapture because 1 + 1 + 1 equals 3. 3 comings, not 2 comings. 3 comings. Well, brother, that's not true. In the rapture, he comes for his saints. And at the second coming, he comes with his saints. Did you hear that one? Oh, yeah. Listen, I don't care if he comes to Brooklyn, Harlem, or Spanish Harlem. If he leaves heaven, that's a coming. I don't care if he winds up on the Mount of Olives, New York, or New Amsterdam. Yeah. If he's coming, that counts as a coming. You can't say, I went to shul, but I didn't go in the service. I sat in the foyer, I went to the bathroom, I drank coffee, so I went to the synagogue, but I wasn't in the sanctuary, so you can't count that as going to the synagogue. Of course you can. Let's not even go there. So Yeshua had no sinful nature. He had no common flesh. He had no dust human nature. He was the Word of Yahweh, from the bosom of Yahweh, clothed, but don't miss this, not made flesh. He entered the body that Yahweh prepared for him. And it had a nose, and it had ears, and it had eyes, so we thought he was a human being. He entered the body that Yahweh had prepared for him. He came to earth for the first time in this kind of a body. Go with me to Colossia 1:15. Colossia, Colossians. Is anyone enjoying? Colossia, the rest of you are just trying to work your way through this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that doesn't make you feel good. I'm sorry if you thought, oh, shucks, I thought Yeshua was just like me. If he was, he couldn't have been our Savior.
Amen. If he was, he wouldn't have been perfect.
If he was, he couldn't. Who said that? Rick? Amen. If he was, he couldn't have been perfect. So he had to have a different kind of body than an Adamic body. Colossia 1:15. But you see, it is the body that Yahweh had prepared for Yeshua before there was a Miriam. I used to think the same thing, that he got his physical features from Mary. right? Oh, I wonder what he looked like. He probably got a lot of his physical features from Mary, right? 0. You know how much he looked like Mary? 0. Yeshua said, when you've seen me, you've seen not Mary, you've seen the Father. Colossia 1:15. Yeshua is the image of the invisible Elohah, the Bachor, the first one of all Yahweh's creation, the first one to have the body of heaven and not the body of the earth. But as we are born the image of the earthly, so shall we bear the image of the heavenly. We are going to have the same kind of body that he has now, or he had. As we are born the image of the earthly, he was the firstborn of all Yahweh's renewed creation. Who's the second, third, and fourth born? Why? He will cover us with a new body. This mortal will put on immortality. This corruption will put on incorruption. Then will be brought to pass the saying, O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? Galatians, Galutia. Oh, don't you love Galatians? Galutia, the exiles of Yah, in Galut, in Galatia. Galutia 1:22. Todara Yahweh. Oops. All right, let's scratch that. We'll go back to Colossians. Sorry about that. Colossia 1:22. Well, let's backtrack. No, I'm going to read the whole thing. Let's start with 15 through 22. Okay, I'll read verse 15. You'll read verse 16. I'll read verse 17. You'll read verse 18. Ready? Okay, we'll start with 15. Who is the image of the invisible Elohah, the Bachor of all creation? And he is before all things, and by him all things consist.
And he is the head of the body, the congregation of Israel, the beginning, the before death, that in all things he might be the first.
For it pleased Abba that in him should all fullness dwell.
And having made shalom through the dom of his execution state, through him to restore all things to himself, whether they be things on earth or things in the right.
And you who were sometimes alienated and enemies in your mind by wicked works, yet now he has restored.
In the body of the flesh is dead, earth present you for those, and blameless without reproach in sight.
Did you get it?
Yes.
How did he reconcile everything, and how did he restore you and others that are your brothers and sisters that were sometimes enemies of Yahweh? He did it in the body of Mary's flesh. Is that what it says? Is that what it says?
No. His flesh. Through death.
The flesh that he had, he didn't get from Miriam. The flesh that he had, he got from Father Yahweh. He reconciled and restored us to Yahweh. We were used to be his enemies, alienated from the kingdom. But now we are restored, notice. Not only are we restored, we are kadosh and blameless, notice, without any reproach, because of his body that died. It was the bone or the body of heaven that died on the tree. It was not the flesh he got from Miriam. And see, that's why the Catholics, and I love my Catholic friends, except when they're spreading wrong stuff. That's why Catholics believe in the Immaculate Conception. Now,